time for a new makeover. Alright, here we are. This is Goku's house.
Ah, it's very pretty.
Yeah, it's just like how it was back in our universe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that a bright light I see?
Oh! That's him. He's probably training.
Yep, that's Goku, all right.
Yep.
Come on, race there!
Oh, come on! Hey! I will turn on my kinetic energy. Don't test me. I will blip past
Sonic,
you.
you're pretty slow.
I'm already up here.
Aw.
Hi, Goku.
Huh? Hey!
Hey, Goku!
Look who I brought.
Hey! Good to see you after 15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was in the middle of the training.
We haven't gotten a chance to reconnect since the fight, so now's a good time.
Yeah, there is. That is a good time. You never know what other troubles could come in the future, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Which is actually the reason why I brought Tangle here in the first place. By the way, you know what would be a really cool thing for you to talk about, but also update me on? The research.
Damn it. It's so like unusual seeing you act so normal after all that stuff.
What, you're so used to me being angry all the time?
No. It's just like you know what you did, right?
Yes, I did, and I made up for it.
Damn, I wasn't expecting you to be so energetic and upfront about it, and
Hey, I think I'm rubbing off on him.
Already? Has been what?
I think so.
Not even a week?
Well, wait, what are you trying to say? No, we're not. Oh my goodness.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Multi, I'm just thinking, just speculating that I'm kind of rubbing off on you a little bit.
Oh man. But Goku, you're not gonna believe this. She knows Ki Infusion now. Like she knows.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, she knows about Ki Infusion. I taught it to her. You should have seen when we fought against one of those soul dimension creatures. Like, she sent that thing so far with just a fucking Ki-infused punch.
I was like, bow, bow, bow! Get out of here, monster! Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
You
I'm quite surprised.
Yep.
Yeah, I sent that thing flying back!
Not only that, but she also got something really amazing from Miles's lab.
Yeah.
As you can see, she also grew her markings too.
Yeah. Huh?
How did it feel? Oh. Boom staff.
You know what? You know what that reminds me of? The
I
power
know what
pole.
you're gonna say. Yeah, the power pole. Mm-hmm. I need to get that back someday.
Why? Your fists are more than enough.
Well, it's the power pole we're talking about. Besides, I miss my old self.
Oh right, yeah. You said that you were trying to get your
And
old
that
self
stuff
back,
was
huh?
part of me.
I
Yeah?
just kind of remembered something.
What?
Hmm?
Don't we still have to go back to my world to get my medication?
Oh,
Medication?
you're forgetting. Remember she has ADHD. She takes medication for it.
Oh. Remind me what's ADHD again?
They get
Attention
distracted
deficit
too.
hyperactivity disorder. Woo!
That.
They're the kind that gets distracted too easily. Like, for example, the complicated thing that I had to go through when it comes to teaching about key infusion.
Oh.
Listen.
She started talking to her tail.
Oh.
Listen, you can't talk bad about Taylor like that. Only I get to do that.
Anyway, look, so, but yeah, I mean, like, well, why don't you tell her how you've been doing? You know, like, what crazy new things that you've been doing? At least explain it to her.
Oh. Man, we gotta sit down then.
I never quite told you this, but I can build up kinetic energy now. Something that a Sonic can do.
Hey, Multi, you aren't
No.
still afraid of water, are you?
Actually, no, I got over my fear.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I got over my fear.
Yeah, let him show you.
See? I'm okay.
Geronimo!
Whoa!
Wow, good for you.
Yeah. But anyway, so
Man, now my clothes are wet.
but anyway, so Goku.
Hey, look at him. He looks so skinny in there.
Oh yeah, he does. He does look skinny. But when he rises out of the ocean,
What are you guys talking about?
you look skinny in there.
Oh, do I?
The waves of the ocean,
Because-
the waves of the
because,
water.
Water has a property called reflection. Ugh. You wouldn't know if you read those books with me.
Yeah, as you can see, he got a lot more smarter.
Wow. You of all people reading? Huh. That's
Yeah,
a
I
new
had
one.
to. And you'll
That's
see
a
why.
new-
Just let me...
Oh.
Had to dry myself a little bit.
Oh, yeah, right. So since you know key infusion, you'll be able to sense his key as well.
I can do that.
Yeah. Goku,
Yeah.
charge up a little bit.
So, does that mean I
Alright.
can sense yours as well?
Yeah, look. You know what, Goku? I'll offer that lesson to you.
Alright. But you'll see my power have grown way farther than whenever we first met.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Whoa. Yeah,
So-
you're right.
So visualize the aura that you see in front of you and try to feel the
Uh-huh.
presence of it.
I can kind of like... feels like a barrier.
Well, I mean, ki can be used for a lot of things. You can even put up a barrier of ki around yourself. It protects you.
Yeah. Android 17 and 18 used to do that a lot.
Yep. But anyway, so
Yeah.
you know what, Goku? I wonder, do you ever make like your own like training bow staffs with that bamboo tree?
Nah, they break too easily.
Pretty sure looking at that makes you
You
miss
know,
your power pole even more.
Can I tell you a secret?
Hmm.
Don't tell this to anyone, not even Shadow, or else he's gonna go nuts and want to be a training beast. I started using Gachi.
Oh, you started using that?
Yeah.
Oh. And what, is your goal to break it or something?
I didn't even leave it a dent. But yeah, maybe one day.
Well, once you break it, that'll prove that you are the strongest in the multiverse.
Oh man, I wish. I don't
Yep.
even think Super Saiyan 5 will leave a dent on it.
But anyway, why don't you
But it's
tell
good
Tangle
training practice.
all the things?
It's very hard and stiff.
Yeah. But yeah, why don't you tell Tangle about all the things that you gained these past few years?
All right.
All the
So,
crazy
for
adventures we
starters-
went on.
I've been dead for 15 years. So all I saw left was Multi. And the whole thing he did. I was only one of the few to remember because I was in the other world. So that didn't affect me. Which, lucky for him, because, you know, he couldn't really face this all alone. Am I right?
Yeah, admittedly so. Admittedly so. Yes.
And then
What?
I was proven that I was too weak, and that the other world weakened me for these past years. And I'm still curious. How was Janemba brought back?
Could it have been another thing that Black brought about?
That could be right. You could be right. Yeah. And facing Janemba again made me realize how weak I was. So then we met Blaze, and she fixed a new gi for me and those gloves. More like gauntlets.
Oh, do the gauntlet
So
test.
You got this like the orange stuff that's lining
where
your
are
muscle
they?
like that.
Oh, those are my markings. When I stayed more in the universe here, I acquired them.
Yeah, you got markings too.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you got
yeah,
it on
I
your
forgot
face.
about
I got it
that.
on my body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it's a light show in the shower.
Yeah. You know how like steam covers up the shower doors? The
Yeah.
markings are literally seen
So that
right
means
through
that I
that.
could shower with the lights off and I'd be fine.
Well,
Not necessarily.
I,
Well, anyway, what are those gauntlets made out of now? Because I know they got a massive upgrade.
well, Blaze put a gravity enhancer on it.
Gravity enhancer, yeah.
Remember the technology that her
So that
village
allows
got?
it to get heavier and heavier the more I lift it.
Mm-hmm.
It's endless, really.
Yep.
Very weird, insane technology.
If you were,
But anyway, do you wanna feel it?
yeah, you wanna do the
Yeah.
gauntlet test?
Well,
All right, I'm gonna drop
Wait,
my hand.
wait. Okay.
You
come on.
ready?
Mhm,
All
mhm,
right.
mhm.
On go.
Ah! Pick up your hand! Pick up your hand! Pick up your hand!
Oh God!
Jeez! Jeez!
And that's proof how strong he's got.
Jeez!
I do the laundry. I cook. I do some chopping sometimes when I think it needs to be done. I do chores. I train, all using these. I even go to bed with these.
Live with those things on. Jeez!
I'm surprised they don't crush your bed though. Unless you have a what do you call
It's
it?
because I sleep like this.
Oh.
So the
I
weight
see.
of my body doesn't, allow them to,
Yeah. But there's one thing that hasn't changed about Goku. His quest for strength. But the way that he's going
Yeah.
about it is a lot differently than how it was before.
Oh?
Yeah.
Enlighten me, Sir Goku.
All right, Mrs. Tangle. All right.
Mrs. That only happens when that name happens only when when they're married. It's Miss Tangle.
Oh.
It's Go ahead,
Oh,
Goku.
my bad for the indifference. Anyway, so I figured out that I had to come more in nature of myself. So I had to go back to my origins, but I had to read. And we ended up reading the wrong books at first. And then we actually found the real ones that would actually give me proper knowledge so I could achieve that power.
A potential within
And
Goku
then-
that has always been waiting to awaken. Or the secret
Yeah.
of Goku's strength.
Honestly, the secret to everybody's strength, you just gotta find your power. And once I do that, all I have to do is open a rift in space, connecting all universes together. Endless universes. Infinite universes.
What?
Yeah, I know. Blaze was scared about it.
And then I gotta raise my hand and make a spirit bomb.
Oh yeah, you remember the spirit bomb, right? You know, he has to raise his hands up, request people's energy, and records a giant...
bomb. I just... From every universe, spirit bomb consisting of energy from every single universe... What?
Yeah.
Well, not every universe, because the multiverse is infinite.
Well,
the spirit bomb can only handle so much.
Every universe, so I automatically assumed every single universe, which means that the spirit bomb would have been infinitely huge, which means that you probably could have died from it. And who's to say that whatever you're playing right now is?
Jeez, are you like a science nerd now?
Science nerd? No. Let's just say living out in the country, like I did for the past, decade and a half or whatever. I don't know how long it's been, but you kind of learn to pick up on a lot of things that, aren't glued to a screen.
I see. Well,
but
I mean,
the dying thing.
Yeah, about the dying thing.
There is 90% of a chance I won't make it.
What?
Look, listen, I tried. Listen, Blaze tried.
Why even try to attempt it with those odds?
It's Goku. He takes big risks.
But Goku, what would that even be used for?
He's bearing the responsibility of the multiverse on his shoulders.
Sounds a lot like some other hedgehog I know.
Oh, come on! I'm no longer... Listen, I protect the multiverse my own way. Goku's gonna do it his own way.
Okay.
Because if I don't, who will?
But that, listen, but that doesn't mean that you still don't try to bear the weight of the multiverse on your own shoulders. You said that yourself.
Okay, but look, listen, I tried telling the same thing.
We entitle ourselves the multiverse people for a reason. You think about that?
Yeah, but
I mean, he's trying to bear the burden himself, which means you're trying to do that as well, which means both people can't bear all the burdens themselves, so that means you kind of have to share no matter what you say.
I mean, we're doing this together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Different ways.
Why do you think I put together that team? Why do you think I put together that team?
Did you forget all that talk we had back then? I almost got beaten up because of that.
Yep. Besides, look, listen. When it comes to me and and my and our team protecting multiverse, that's why I banded together that whole team in the first place. Sure, yeah, the reason why I did it in the first place was to stop Nazo, but after Nazo, I decided to keep the team around. No reason to just spam it,
Yeah, we're all friends. We all went through everything together. Why just quit?
And that's when I came up with the idea of filing a contract with the Zone Jail, because then we'll be able to protect the multiverse, and not to mention, with all these soul creatures coming about, it's perfect training. In fact,
they're crazy strong. And Shadow is in this really super strong form that I'd never seen before, and it's really cool and bright. Really
yeah, but not only that, but I will say Shadow was kind of getting his ass kicked a little bit, even with that new power of his.
I'm gonna guess it's the variant on my Super Saiyan 5.
He has to take one down all by himself. That's a feat on its own, right?
Oh yeah, well, correction, Goku. It's a little bit different because Shadow can't control the form properly. He can only last in it for 10 minutes before he actually starts. Remember, he literally had me on the ground beating the fucking shit out of me, losing control over himself. He can't stay
we
in
had
that
to
form.
stop him.
Yeah, exactly. He can't stay in that form for long.
Damn, we really are the polar opposites of each other.
Yep. He has phase 4, which and you have Super Saiyan 4, but you couldn't control Super Saiyan 4, but he controls Phase 4. Now you have Super Saiyan 5, and he has that new power.
It's because he wasn't meant to unlock this power then. Not so soon, at least. Me, I had this latent power because I've been training for 15 years in the other world.
Well, I mean, Shadow
and I had to let this latent power get out of me.
Well,
that's why I lost control.
Well, yes, but the reason why Shadow, like, said how, like, you know, that whole, like, that power came out in the first place was from the Nazo fight. When Chip gave Chip gave everybody a power boost. You got your Ultra Instinct
I do remember that.
Solar got his super form, and Shadow got that new power because of it. And apparently I saw, like, the way that I saw him, right? He was unconscious on a rock, and Zavok, who is wait, actually, I've never met a Zavok. Hey, Tangle, who's Zavok?
Oh, Zavok is one of the Deadly Six.
Ah.
Is she talking to her
them.
tail?
They're
again?
awful. No. I'm just messing with it.
The thing is that I found him there. He was beaten up, and so was Zavok, and it seemed like they were at the brink of death. Like Zavok was, not Shadow. But Shadow couldn't remember.
Really went that far.
Yeah, but Shadow couldn't remember what he did.
Well, we're all animals in the inside, so one could assume it was his instincts, his carnal ones, you know?
Probably.
Bloodthirsty for battle?
Probably, yeah. But anyway, I don't know. Shadow's still figuring out about, he calls it a blackout issue.
He really needs to figure it out that soon, or else that's going to be a problem again. And I don't want a repeat of what we had with me.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway. Oh, and also, one other thing. Shadow actually informed me at one point that a Budokai Tenkaichi is actually coming.
Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Damn. So this training was worth for something. At least test my new powers.
Yeah. Also, I even asked Tangle if they wanted to enter. They said that they're not going to because they don't want to fight me.
Nah.
And I still don't know why.
Well, I don't want to fight you. Because I don't want to.
Well, there's a chance that Solar could be involved in. Solar and...
That's good. That might open the doors for that one.
Yeah. And then...
Also, I want to talk to you about something. Did you realize how weird he sounded when he defeated Black?
He sounded proud. Yeah, he sounded proud.
Yeah, way too proud.
Actually, yeah, come to think of it, yeah, that is a little bit of an eyebrow raiser. Usually people would say that they would get happy about something only once or twice, but constantly repeating the same.
And he kept saying like something like, "Oh, I killed him. I killed him. I did it." Like, that doesn't really bring me good memories, for starters.
There was a remember how I told you how Goku died from a Zamasu? That Zamasu was still alive, and they went to another timeline and took my body.
What?
Yeah, and then they...
What?
Then, well,
Yeah,
Solar...
And one of a twisted woman she was. Ugh. Even going as far as to steal your body. Ugh.
Yeah, and not only that, but also they planned a lot of this from the start anyway. The stuff with Nazo and everybody else. All of it planned from the start. It all started with the Genesis wave. But then Solar was able to kill him. Goku obliterated him.
making sure he'd never come back, or she, or.
Solar's a tail. I've never seen a tails act like that before.
Well, that's the thing. And Goku, actually, you wanna tell Tangle what's been going on with Solar, even before he went into the time chamber?
Solar has been acting like power hungry.
Power hungry?
That sense of like, wanting to defend people, but at the same time wanting to conquer things himself.
You want to tell him what we found on our porch? You want to tell him what we found on my porch?
Yeah.
Solar was there.
It was like freezing.
Yeah.
What?
To death.
Yeah.
What?
If Solar overuses his ice abilities, he begins freezing himself. That's what happens.
And he used it without guidance, which led him to, almost die of a frostbite of his own actions.
That's why I planned to.
It was terrible.
Tails acting like that before. Something's very, very wrong.
And not only that, but his dark form is also acting up ever since he came out of the chamber.
He's got a dark form?
Do you think that someone like that has a dark form?
Mm-hmm.
My Tails doesn't have a dark form. I didn't even know that was possible.
Negative chaos.
I think that has something to do with his background origin.
Oh yeah. He has a lot of chaos energy built up within him, which is the reason why he's able to pull out a super form.
No, I mean his backstory. He has that scar for a reason.
How does he even have ice powers in the first place?
Chaos energy.
Chaos energy?
Materialized as an elemental power.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that there's an excess amount of chaos energy inside of his body, which manifests as an elemental power. Does that mean he can go super without the chaos emeralds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like everybody else.
It's thanks to Shadow that he was able to bring that out. And not to mention how he, was getting so addicted to training and everything like that. He got so addicted to the point where he went to Shadow and went into the time chamber for 3 whole years.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I wanted him to train with me. I wanted him to take things slow. But no, Shadow brought him to the time chamber and thought it was the easiest solution.
It was actually Solar's idea. He went to Shadow. It wasn't Shadow that went to him.
Well, regardless, Shadow shouldn't accept that. If he's a teacher like me, he should have known better.
I don't know.
But still.
If his body is full of chaos energy.
That's weird,
He can go super without the emeralds, and that means that just easily turn negative. No wonder he's struggling with the dark form.
Pretty much. I mean, now, ever since he came out of the chamber, his dark form's been acting up, and he's been getting a lot more angry easily.
Maybe he's not doing so well in the head. You should probably check on him.
What do you think I've been doing? Every time I return home, he's been gone.
Like, seriously?
One time me and Goku wanted to invite him out to eat to a restaurant, but then all of a sudden we see him that he's gone. We checked the lab, no sign of him. We checked Shadow's house, no sign of him. We even checked the Ryoku, no sign of him.
He's going to a distant planet to train, using the Ryoku constantly.
Do you have any sort of locator on him?
Yes, but...
No? Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah, it's per, it's to make sure.
Right,
only Team Multiverse.
Yeah.
Only Team Multiverse.
Yeah.
Team Multiverse.
Well, then why don't you just use that?
I know, I just don't want to seem like I'm stalking him, but... alright, fine.
Well, I mean, you're worried about him.
At this point, might as well, Besides, if I wanted to, I could try to sense his energy, but not even that. He's like... I don't know.
Maybe he learned how to hide his energy.
But here's the thing. If he hides his energy too much, he's not going to be able to train. He's going to become weak.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lower down his powers all the time if he tries to do that.
While concealing your key is an essential of being stealthy.
Even if he does hide his energy, the locator would still be able to get him.
Yeah, because they're...
because it's more precise. It's a machine.
Yeah, that's... Alright, fine. I'll try it. Oh, boy.
Unreachable?
What?
Huh? What?
He's in another
What?
universe, and apparently he just eliminated another one of those soul creatures
By himself?
by himself.
So that's why I can really sense it. He's really that far.
Yes. In fact, actually, wait, hold on a
So-
minute. If he's out there in the multiverse, dealing with these bounties, I want to check his history. As much as I'm snooping and things like that, unfortunately, I can't look at his history through this. I can only look at his history
Right.
through his own tech.
So you're saying that he's
So you're
been
going to
on
his
bounty
lab?
this entire time?
Yeah.
I know we kind of got sidetracked, but I'm really worried about that little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
this is
I'd
very-
love to see you back, but, you know, there's more important fish to catch. You know,
Even I'm
bigger
concerned. This is
ones.
very not normal for a Tails. I would know. I've known Tails for years. Like, I
Hmm.
Yeah, here's the thing. He comes from a different universe, too.
They might be
He's
simple.
on
They
his
might
tails,
be.
that's for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Because
no, I don't really know much about. I don't really know much about your Tails. I
Yeah.
only know
well,
the basic surface level.
Well, that's the thing. Tails doesn't exist in my world because he was already
no,
dead.
no. I mean Solar. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, and the curious thing about it is, like, how he got that scar.
well,
And we don't really know
well-
much about it, right?
well, yeah, I do. He battled against, he was trapped inside null space. Was tortured by
Space?
Oh.
Infinite.
Infinite?
Oh.
Yeah, remember why we went to Solar's universe to deal with the whole gluttony thing?
Yeah.
What?
Right. You're right.
How different is his world?
Well, Sonic
Jeez.
is an asshole. He got too caught up
What?
in his own shit, but luckily enough, I was able to fucking tear his ass a new one.
Yeah, and I was there to see all of it. Kind of helped
Yeah.
a little bit, too.
Yeah, though I would have killed him, but you were there.
Oh, no wonder he's got a dark
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
Jeez.
that's why I was
His
there
world
to watch
sounds
it.
all sorts of messed up.
Yeah, I know. But the reason why he's been getting so strong is because he doesn't want to rely on... He doesn't rely on mainly a Sonic, but also all of us. To, be out there fighting.
So he's trying to take everything into his own hands. This seems like a common problem with you guys.
He's trying to, like, think, like how me and him were, like, trying to do things by our own matters for the multiverse itself. But he's too young. He's still got a lot to learn.
He might have grown in size,
Can't
but
just take conclusions
his
out of
mind
the
is
bat.
still clouded.
Well, obviously, he's definitely got something, like, mentally going on. This is not... Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you
all
should
the
check on him right after this. Me and Tangle got a lot to catch up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna check on him then.
Yeah. I can chill here for a bit with Goku.
Yeah. We can go fishing. Your tail would be a great asset for it.
You know what?
Goku went fishing
I
with his
bet
tail once.
that You know what? I
Yeah.
bet that I can...
I used to do that all the time when I was a kid.
You know what, Goku? I bet that I can stretch my tail all the way down to that rock way down there from right here and catch a fish.
Oh, yeah. I want to see you try it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
All right, well, you two have fun. I got a fox to look for.
All right. I'll tell Uncle Chuck you said hi.
Yeah. Oh, also one other thing. Vegeta also. I also introduced him to the team. He's gonna be in the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I was thinking, like, did you also brought, like, other people besides Vegeta? I was like, oh, okay.
No, you're the one that brought him, and then
Alright.
we went to the
Yeah,
Trista.
yeah, I know. I thought it's because Gohan was there, you know, and he was super excited about the idea too of coming over here. But yeah, whew. Okay. I said you got things to do. You got to take care of your family. You got to take care of your mom.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway, so I'm off now. You two take care of yourselves and have fun.
All right, peace out.
See you later, Multi.
Yep.
Let me